Hello, Joanne Bonagaba here from freedommompreneur-by-design.com. And in today's video, I want to share with you why I have stopped drinking cow's milk, and for that fact, any dairy products, and some tricks that I'm incorporating now as I stop drinking the dairy products. All right, so really quickly, if you are new to my channel, you will see videos to help you get started effectively and quickly with video marketing. I also share my journey on becoming a better me, be it a wife, be it managing my household, managing my finances, and also striving for optimal health. Of this video today. In the note above the top of the screen here, I've included a link to an interview I did a couple months back with Professor Spira, who talked about some of the detriments of dairy products and meat in your diet. And after interviewing him and doing my own research, I have gone back to being vegan, and part of it is staying away from dairy products. So let's get started. So did you know that there was actually a recent research done, I think it was done by the USDA, asking for, I think it was someone who pushed the USDA to really validate their claims about milk, about milk being healthy and good for your bones and whatnot. And it turns out, I think it was a couple of years back, it turns out that it's actually the opposite, and that it seems to be linked to bone loss. And also they saw studies that the higher incidence of osteoporosis globally seem to be correlated or in sync with a high consumption of dairy products by country. So if there was high osteoporosis for that country, there actually was a high consumption of dairy products, which you would think would be the inverse given the public image of milk. So for me, here are the reasons why I have stopped drinking milk. First of all, I find as I've become more knowledgeable about the farming and processing here in North America, I'm becoming very selective. And so particularly with milk, they're seeing a lot of hormones, pesticides, antibiotics in the finished product in terms of just the regular milk. And those things can actually be very harmful for me. And so I want to avoid putting in into my body to help me achieve optimal health. Okay, so running on the list, and I've included the list in my show notes below. As you know, milk is a pasteurized product. It's supposedly very high in vitamins and minerals, but that pasteurization process actually kills the vitamins and minerals. I already talked about it being correlated or possibly linked to osteoporosis. I'm not a researcher, and so that's why I'm kind of pausing on the terms, because I know that linked versus correlated is a different connotation. So I encourage you to do your own research. I already talked about the toxic stuff that is in the milk, or at least toxic to me. The other key thing is, and Dr. Spira goes through this in the interview with him, is that it's linked to supporting mucus in your body. And mucus can create a whole bunch of negative health implications, right? And so, yes, it is very high in calcium, but it's also very high in lactose or milk sugar. And the presence of that lactose actually inhibits our bodies from absorbing that calcium. And I actually put it in my show notes as well that surprisingly, about 70% of our global population actually have a difficulty absorbing or breaking down lactose, and therefore are quote-unquote lactose intolerant. Some people know, and obviously some people don't know, because 75% is a large number. So yeah, I just decided to stay away from milk, and things that I'm doing is, for my dairy products right now, I'm trying oat milk. I've tried coconut milk in the past and almond milk. I stay away from soy because of some research coming out recently. So although soy is an alternative, I stay away from it. And so I'm focusing on oat milk and coconut milk. I'm trying to buy milk that could also encourage my kids and wean my kids off of cow's milk. And I find right now that the oat milk is probably the closest to cow's milk, although I find the texture watery. The other thing that I'm doing, I haven't really supplemented in terms of cheese or milk. So part of the thing that, just to keep it simple, is that I just don't eat very much bread. In fact, I don't eat any bread right now. I've kind of eliminated bread as well. And so with the elimination of bread, there goes the need for butter. There goes the need for cheese if I'm doing a pizza or whatnot. And for my cooking, I usually cook with coconut oil or olive oil. So even when I'm doing eggs, I just do a little coconut oil as opposed to in the past where I would have used butter. So yeah, just sharing part of my journey to health. I really want to encourage you to educate yourself and make the decision that's best for you based on the education that I've done on myself. I really believe this is the best decision for myself. And I'm excited to see how my health transforms over the extended period of really getting it out of my system, all right? Joanne Manigaba here. Remember, as always, it's quality versus quantity. If you have any questions or want to share your own reasons as to why you have also eliminated milk or dairy products, I welcome them in the comments below, and I'll see you in my next video.